Hi friends, so welcome back to my channel and today's video. So the Swedish word of the day is gonna be a very cute word. It's gonna be something very soft. It's gonna be something you can call your daughter, your son, your partner, whoever, like a friend. Because tomorrow I'm gonna have a rough word. So everyone that has wanted to hear me swear in Swedish, tomorrow is the day that you need to check into my video. It's gonna be something fun, but today I'm going to take the word cutie pie. I think that's a cutie pie. Obviously, this is not gonna be something that is translated perfectly because cute is söt and pie is pie. We just spell it differently. So I am gonna give you the word sötnos. 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 And that is basically like cute nose. Like nose is nose. Or a nose on a dog, for instance, my little dog. So yeah, sorry about that weird introduction, but yeah, wanted to give you that. So anyway, today we are going to hop into my Will I Buy It video that I post every single week on Thursdays. And this video is inspired by Samantha March, and she also has a community playlist that I will link down below. I'm going to talk about a lot of cruelty-free beauty releases or makeup releases, and this might be a longer episode, so yeah, if you are excited about that, then stay tuned. So quickly, I just wanted to say, because I've gotten some questions and I have posted about this on my Instagram, but I canceled my order at Misfit Beauty CO, I think that they are called. They were the ones that came out with the Coraline palette. I just felt like the company didn't really have it all together, and I can go more in depth about this if you want to in a Get Ready With Me or something where I can talk a little bit, but about like a bunch of different shit. But basically they didn't handle my order correctly. People were constantly asking for swatches and pictures on the actual palette, because the palette they had only showed in like a computerized photo, but she never released photos of her palette. To this day, she has not posted a single picture on how the palette actually looks like. And I, for one, is like, why haven't you done that if you have started shipping out some products? She always has excuses telling us that it's the weather is wrong in LA or wherever she lives. I don't know, but it's raining or she's swamped with packing orders. But in my opinion, I feel like it's an indie brand. We don't need to have all of these like campaign photos. I'm okay with you just taking a picture with your phone showing me how the product looks like. So I just decided that I'm gonna cancel my order. I am going to just, nope, not gonna get it. I canceled my order with them, and I just wanted to update you on that. But if you want a more in-depth video about that in a Get Ready With Me or something, I'm happy to do so, because I think it is important to talk about good experience that you have with brands, but then also bad experiences. Anyway, let's hop into the makeup releases now. And I do wanted to point out that there are so many things I want to get this week. I feel like this entire year has been very slow. There hasn't been a lot of fun new makeup releases in my personal opinion, and now I'm kind of like, ooh, I want to try that, I want to try that, I want to try that, and I'm just like, oh. So yeah, I need to keep my money. But I wanted to talk about something that I am going to purchase, and I also wanted to give you guys a little bit of an apology. So this is from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is their Riviera palette, which is gonna launch March 4th. So this is basically going to launch on Monday. Super excited. I am going to pick this up, and I am going to order this from the US. So I'm not gonna wait for it to come to Europe or anything like that. So I'll have that, I'll have a video up with that next week, because ABH, when I order from them, I get my products within a week or within like 3 days. So like from US to Sweden, that is amazing. But the reason why I wanted to apologize is because I logged into my Instagram, as I usually do when I wake up after I have walked my dog, and I logged in and I saw that in the discovery page there was this picture of the palette, and I showed it on my Instagram to you guys in my story, and I was like, oh, this is the palette, I'm gonna get it. But then after a few hours, I got a couple of messages telling me that the palette was leaked and that Norvina had tweeted that someone had basically taken a photo, like someone in her staff had taken a photo, and that she was really disturbed by this and she was really sad about it and so on. So I took my photo down, and to all of the people that was offended by it, I do truly apologize. I didn't know that the photo was leaked. I just assumed that Trend Mood had posted about it. So, you know, I don't want to take it off the brand. Like, I have come out with a palette, and I would be just heartbroken if someone other than me or the brand showed the pictures. So I definitely see where they are coming from. They had put in a lot of money to the campaign and so on. So I do apologize for that. I deleted it and tried to just cover my tracks, but yeah, I just wanted to say that just so you guys know. But I think that the palette is beautiful. I saw some people say that this is not colorful enough. I don't care. I don't care if it is some colors with a pop of neutral in there, because that is basically what it is. It's colorful but with a pop of neutral. You have one brown, you have that, it's not a yellow, it's more of like a mustardy brown shade of some sort, and then you have a peach shade. And you know, okay, fine, I get it, but you know what, I think that this is a beautiful palette from ABH, and I cannot wait to get it. I'm so excited. I think that this is gonna be $45 because they upped the price from the Sultry palette. And I am also thinking about getting the Norvina palette. I've wanted to get that for the longest time just because I love those shimmers in that palette. Every time I go to Kicks, which is a Swedish store, I swatch that palette. Only the shimmers. I'm like, oh, I want it, I want it. So I'm thinking of getting that, but we will see. So that is definitely something that I am going to pick up. Another thing that I was going to pick up, and I don't really know what this is even, which is crazy. So Linda Hallberg is a Swedish brand, as we all know, but she's bomb. Like, she's bomb. And she showed this picture. So this is just saying something is about to happen. And you can see, if you look really, really closely, you can see that there are some pans in the background. But I remember that, I can't find the comment right now, but someone asked like, oh, are you gonna start selling singles, or is it a new palette or something like that? And they responded, things aren't always as they appear to be. So I'm like, okay, it's not eyeshadows, it's not a new face palette, it's something else. So they have shown a bunch of different photos, but basically I think I'm pretty sure of what it is. So they basically showed this picture first that said it all started with a dot, yada yada yada, and then they showed this picture and they said drops of eternity, basically like I get water out of this. And then lastly, they showed this picture. I'm thinking that it is like the Suva Beauty eyeliners, you know, in the pots that you activate with water. Because if you're known to Linda's brand, she does products that are meant to be used for like multi-uses, and this is something you can use on your face, on your eyes, for your lips. So I feel like that is something that she would say, but she also says correct answers will be rewarded or awarded, and then coming soon. And I'm like, okay, we have guests now, give us the answer. And I'm just waiting for them to release it. So if they have showed us anything from when I'm editing this and they have showed us what it is, I will put a picture right here. If it is eyeliners, obviously I cannot purchase everything because I'm not rich. I'm actually kind of broke. But I am pretty sure I'm gonna pick it up. Another thing I wanted to talk about is that Jkissa is up to something. And usually I don't like to talk about sneak peeks, but I just have to say I love Jkissa. I think that she's just a fabulous person. She seems to be the kindest person. She seems to be that sort of person that would never trash talk you. She seems to be very calm, very respectful. She's cruelty free, which I love. She is a big voice for everyone that is cruelty free, and I just love her. I think that she's amazing. And she first and foremost showed the picture of this letter. And I was like, okay, this is implying that she's up to something. She didn't write anything, but it definitely applies that she's up to something. And I was like, okay, she is going to do a collaboration finally with Colorpop. I watched when Colorpop actually invited her to, I don't remember, but they were basically doing a video where they were going to swatch something. There were new singles, or no, I think it was the I Love Sarah E eyeshadow palette actually, and they were like, you are the most requested person that we will collaborate with. And I was like, then do it, like do it. So it might be that. So I thought that it would be easier to update you here, just me talking like this, than to put in a little text. So that is what I'm doing right now. This is, by the way, as I always edit, he always wants my attention if Nicholas isn't home. But anyway, what I wanted to say is that the letter from Jkissa, I actually realized that she wrote herself to us. I actually thought that someone wrote it to her, but that's not the case. So I just wanted to update you on that. Now you know, so the rest of the things that I'm gonna say doesn't make a lot of sense, but now you know. But then she also showed this. I'm not gonna put up any pictures or anything because it actually is videos, but it's basically people from her life, her husband, influencers, her family, and friends and so on, that just congratulates her and says what an amazing person she is, and that just made me smile. I watched that probably like 1,000 times and just thought it was so cute. So I think that she is going to collaborate with Colorpop, but we're basically just gonna wait and find out. If I know more, then I'll put a picture up right here. You know, we have different time zones in the US and Sweden, obviously. So at the moment, I think it is, when I'm filming this, it's actually really early in the morning because I'm doing stuff later. So I don't really have time to film this later, but I think that she might have revealed what it is when you see the video. So go to her Instagram and check it out if you want to see it. But yeah, I thought it was really cute, so I just wanted to take some time to talk about it. But then also, Voss have released this palette. I don't think that they have released it, by the way. It just says, let me see here if I can find the correct picture. So this is already available apparently, but you guys know I live in Sweden and you can purchase Voss from Beautybay. But I mean, when they released their Flamingo palette, we had waited for 6 months or more, I don't know. So Voss, they're probably gonna come here at the earliest next month, and I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna get it. I do think that it's a fun palette, of course, but I mean, it's beautiful. It is. I'm not gonna complain, but there, as I said, there are so many things that I do want to purchase that I just don't really feel like talking about this palette or getting this palette, I mean, just because there are stuff that I want to get before this. But also, the first row is matte, but then I think that the shimmers looks very, very the same. They look very, very similar, so I do believe that they have like different undertones and so on. But still, that is just not gonna make it for me to purchase it. Like, I'm not going to. It's going to be $42, which is not a lot. It's definitely not a bad price. But it's like 6 mattes and then 12 shimmers. And the shimmers looks the same. It's a step in the right direction, but it's just not really there yet. So I'm not gonna purchase this one. Oh my god, I forgot to say this. So I'm just gonna throw it in here real quick, but you can now purchase Certifeye on Beautybay. I told you. I also told you that I heard rumors that ABH was going to come up with a colorful palette, and here it is. Like, so freaking excited. So yeah, now I'm just waiting for Ace Beauté to come to Beautybay, and then I'll be like all set. I really want to get the Flare palette. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting. Anyway, Colored Raine we're going to talk about right now. I talked about the fact that they showed a picture on a palette a couple of weeks ago. I don't remember when it was because I talk about a lot of new makeup releases, but there was something anyway. And then this week they showed this picture of this beautiful woman with this beautiful like green and golden eye, and I was just like, or not golden, but you know, this green beautiful eye with some browns, or they look very, very earthy tones, and I was like, pretty. But then I saw a picture of this palette and I was like, nope. you know, they are cute and all, but I know that I'm not gonna use them that much. I was just like, no, I'm not going to purchase it. And then I saw these swatches and I was like, damn it. What am I supposed to do? I think it's beautiful, but I also think that you can dupe some of the shades with the Juvia's Place Tribe palette. I think that you can dupe some of the oranges and golds, perhaps, maybe, but also some of the greens, some of the golds and so on. So I think I am going to stay away from it. Depending on the price. I think it was pretty expensive actually. I think it was $39, so that is basically $40. So I don't know, like that's not a lot of money, but it depends on if it's gonna stay that price on Beautybay or if it's gonna rise, because usually it rises. I mean, an ABH palette I know is $45, and I personally don't think that is a lot, but I think about it in a different way, just because I know that they're gonna take around $70 or $75, maybe 72, around $70 in Sweden. So I'm always like, okay, how much is that? How much am I going to pay? So we'll see, but they're also coming out with these lipsticks and then also a pair of lashes and a brush. Not interested in anything except for the palette, maybe the lipsticks, we'll see. So let's take a little break from palettes and talk about a foundation. CRED Cosmetics has released a new foundation, and I've tried one foundation from CRED Cosmetics. I have the other one that I'm going to do a video on. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. So sorry, but I will do it, I promise. But that foundation, CRED Cosmetics CC Cream that I've tried is amazing. So I'm keeping my eyes up for this foundation, guys. This is their Confidence in a Foundation, and it's available in 48 shades. It looks like it has a good span of colors, if you are allowed to think so nowadays. Like I feel like a lot of the times I say like, oh, this had a great shade range or a good shade range. And sometimes people get a little bit mad at that. So I don't really know if you're allowed to think that something has a good shade range, but I think it looks like it has a pretty good shade range just based off this picture. Obviously I haven't seen them myself, so I cannot really say, but looks to be anyway. It is available on CRED Cosmetics website, but I'm just gonna wait for it to come to Europe. Of course, I'm not gonna purchase from CRED Cosmetics own website. So if it comes to Cult Beauty or Sweden Kicks, then we will just have to wait and see if I'm gonna pick it up. It's not my perfect foundation because it says that it's matte or velvet matte. It's full coverage, I think it said. Yeah, it's full coverage with a velvet matte finish, wears up to 24 hours of wear and hydration. It's $32 each, so I'm excited to try it out or to see some reviews anyway, and then we just have to wait and see if I myself is gonna pick it up, because there's a lot of things that I'm going to pick up. I'm for sure going to pick up the ABH palette. Another thing, oh my god, this brand reached out to me that I have talked a little bit about. So this is Max Up the Makeup Cosmetics. Max Up the Makeup Cosmetics, yeah. I don't have the original pictures that they showed, but they released one picture at a time. Like, this is one shade, this is one shade, and I talked about it when we had only seen the first 4 shades. But now we got to see the full palette, we got to see some swatches. I know that Amy Loves Beauty has this palette. This is Amy's picture where she has swatched it. It's Amy's beautiful, sorry, my voice. But it's Amy's beautiful tattoo we can see right here, and it looks amazing, guys. It looks absolutely amazing. I debated on if I wanted to purchase it or not, but then the brand actually reached out to me and was like, hey, we want to send you the palette in PR. And I was like, oh my god. I've talked about this before, but no one sends me PR except for Blush Tribe that sends a package now and then. So I was really excited. I was like, oh my god. I appreciate it so much. So yeah, I'm really excited to review this. I just wanted to talk about it. I think that it's a beautiful palette. It's inspired by hippie style, you know, so I think that this is a super fun palette. I think it's beautiful. It is sort of like a rainbow palette, but I think that this picture that Amy took makes it look stunning. So I cannot wait to get it. I'll leave the price down below because I don't really know the price of this palette actually. I'm just gonna check it out. I'm not gonna be that lazy. It's $25. Wow, that's not about I cannot talk. It's not that bad. It says that it's 5 highly pigmented matte shade, 1 transition shade, and 3 high intensity shimmers. Sounds amazing. Let's talk about another palette, or 2 other palettes. This is what they look like. They are from Viseart, and I got some tags in this, and the minute I saw one of the palettes, you guys already know which one, I was like, when is this gonna launch? Can I get it? Can I get it now? This is the struggle that I'm having because I really want to get the 2 ABH palettes, so the Norvina and then the Riviera palette. I want to get the new Linda Hallberg products, whatever they are. I want to get this palette from Viseart. I want to get the colored Raine palette, the It Cosmetics new foundation. Like, I have so much I want to get, but yeah, I'm trying to restrict myself just a little bit because I'm not a millionaire. But this is what they look like anyway. I think it's a beautiful, cute little palette. I know that the price will be right, so I think it's super cute. Like, I love that pinky shade. I love the purple. I love the fact that they put in reds and yellows with it. I think it's just a beautiful little palette. I know it's gonna be like real small, that I don't usually like, but I think that I could get some pretty looks out of this. This is gonna launch March 1st. I really hope it comes to Beautybay quick. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about Menagerie Cosmetics. Menagerie. Oh my god, I don't know. So they released a flamingo palette, and this is what it looks like. I have to be honest, first time when I saw this, I thought that it was a face palette. And I have been obsessed with face palette lately, so I was like, getting it right now. Not gonna think about it, just I'm gonna get it. The price is $20, and I was like, yeah, getting it. But then I was like, what do you mean 2 grams per pan? And then I saw, oh, okay, it's an eyeshadow palette. And then I was a little bit like, okay, it's a cute eyeshadow palette, definitely. I love the packaging. Like, I think that Feral Cosmetics is Menagerie Cosmetics is the brand that does one of the most beautiful packaging, in my personal opinion. I think it looks gorgeous, so I really wanted to get it, but I'm like, okay, it's an eyeshadow palette, and I don't want to pay that shipping price, because remember that their shipping price was super much, so I don't really know. But now they're also coming out with a concealer and a setting powder. Look at this packaging as well. Like, this is beautiful. So this is a chameleon, which I just love it. So I think it's just super duper cute. The concealer is gonna be $24, which is pretty high in my opinion. And then the setting powder will be $22. I don't know how much the setting powder is containing. That is something that is a little bit important to me, because I got the NYX powder, and I mean, it's 6 grams in this, so I feel like, what's the point? At least give me 10 grams. So let's talk about another thing that people have lost their shit over. This is from Decay, and they are doing a collection with Game of Thrones. I love Game of Thrones, but I'm not ride or die like some people. I would choose Family Guy over Game of Thrones any day of the week. That is sort of my twisted mind. So yeah, it's gonna come in April, and I have no idea what they are going to release. I'm thinking that it could be sort of like that beached palette that they released, and if it is, then I'm not gonna pick it up. I'm not that excited actually. So I had to go ahead and delete some pictures because I cannot talk about everything this week. Like, there were a few things that I wanted to talk about, but this is also a product that I'm eyeing. This is from The Ordinary, and they are coming out with a cleanser. I will say that I am not loving The Ordinary as I thought that I would do. I loved their toner, and I love their acid, you know, the blood mask. I don't know the name of it, but there are a couple of things that I've tried from them that I just don't really like, and I think that a lot has to do with the fact that I don't understand how to use and combine certain products, which makes them not work for me. And I've also realized that I'm a lazy person, so I don't really feel like I have the time to do it. But the cleanser thing, I think, is easy to use, and I think that anyone can use it. So I just purchased some new cleansers this week because I needed to purchase some new cleansers, toners, and eye cream. So I think that that is super boring. So boring to put my money on, but I needed to buy it. But if this comes to Beautybay, which is probably going to do, and when it does and I'm placing an order at Beautybay, I'm gonna put this in my cart and I am going to try it out. It says that it transforms from a balm-like feel to a clear oil-like consistency for all skin types. So it sounds like a cleanser that I would use first, and then I would go in with another cleanser, because I cannot stand the oil feel. Even though I go in with toner afterwards, I cannot stand that sort of feel. So yes, let's talk about two neutral makeup releases. This is from Beautybay and their own brand. I have yet to try anything from Beautybay's own brand. I've gotten some recommendations to do so, but I have not found anything that seems appealing to me. They have come out with some big palettes, some small palettes, some medium palettes, some colorful palettes, and now some neutral palettes. And I think it's great that they are amping up their collection, and that they come out with highlighter palettes, brushes, and a bunch of shit, but just not something that has pulled me in and made me want to purchase it. So for now, I'm just skipping this, but this is available on Beautybay's website. The other neutral release is from Morphe. I saw a sneak peek last night. I was scrolling through Instagram before I was going to bed, and I saw that there was a preview, but then I saw the full reveal this morning. We don't need a new palette from Morphe that looks like this. I feel like if you just take away the blue packaging, the brown packaging I mean, it's like every other Morphe palette. Maybe it's not, but I just think that if you have the Jaclyn Hill palette, or if you have some brown shadows, I don't think that this is anything unique or special that you need to pick up. In my personal opinion, I would rather go for the bronzers. I think that the bronzer looks super cute, and if I order from Morphe, I will probably pick up a bronzer because I think that they look absolutely beautiful. They also have some liquid eyeshadows, no, some liquid highlighters I mean. The liquid highlighters are in mini sizes, but they still look cute. They have a brush, they have some lip products. So for now, I'm skipping it, but I'm not opposed to some of the lip products, but then also some of the bronzers when I do purchase from Morphe, whenever that will be. So the next thing I wanted to talk about is from Suva Beauty, and they're coming out with a beautiful pink palette. This is what it looks like. Absolutely romantic. I think that this would have suited really nicely to like a Valentine's, oh my god, Valentine's Day collection, or a release like that, because I think it's super romantic. I think it's super cute. I love to wear pink when I want to feel a little bit more romantic and a little bit more like, wait, I don't know, I just love it. It says that this is the Rose Period palette. The Rose Period, okay. It's gonna launch for $40, which I think is a good price. It's gonna launch on March 6th. I hate saying 6th. But it's gonna launch then, and I don't know if I'm gonna pick it up. As I said, it's like so much I wanna get, so we'll see. So I think I'm gonna end with Colorpop, and then I'll see if Linda Hallberg has updated her Instagram. If she has, I'll show you guys the pictures of the product, but if she hasn't, but anyway, talking about Colorpop, this is a new collection that they have launched with someone called Sug, but I've seen a lot of people call her Soella. So first and foremost, I do want to say that I think that they are killing it when it comes to the packaging. I think that the packaging are super duper cute with it, like breakfast. What was it called? This collection was called Brunch Date. Okay, an eyeshadow palette is called a Brunch Date eyeshadow palette, but I just think that the overall packaging is super cute. This is something that I feel like Too Faced would have released, so I think it's, as I said, super duper cute. But however, the inside to me is just really boring. It's not something I'm personally gonna pick up. I've seen a lot of people say that, oh, I'm gonna get this eyeshadow palette from, for instance, the Morphe palette that I previously talked about. Yes, I'm boring. Please don't feel like you are boring just because you love a certain style. Don't attach negative words to that. Change that word. Change it to, you know what, a chic or sophisticated look is something I'm not usually going for, but maybe someone else is. Talked about this so much. I'm trying to change the way I talk, not because I'm on social media, but for my own sanity. I slip up a lot of the times. I don't think about it a lot of the times, but sometimes I see some people say, yes, I'm gonna purchase this because I'm boring AF. I'm like, no, you're gonna buy this because you love a sophisticated makeup look. That is a word you can go for instead of saying that you're boring. Just quick little side note, but anyway, so I went to Trendmood to read the comments because sometimes it's really fun to read comments on Trendmood because people can be really mean. But apparently this person, Suella, has been in a bunch of different drama and some sort of scam. I will say, I don't know who this person is. I don't think I've ever seen a YouTube video from her. I'm not interested in knowing anything about the drama or controversy that she has been in because I'm not going to purchase the collection no matter what. So Linda hadn't showed what she is going to come out with, so I'm just gonna end the video right here. If she has showed it sometime in the near future, like for instance, the next 10 hours or so, because that is when I'm going to edit this, then I'm gonna wait and I'm going to show you guys everything. So I'm gonna show you guys some pictures and I'm gonna talk about it the next week, but I'll show you pictures so that you can see it anyway. But as of right now, she hasn't, so I'm just gonna end it right here. Please, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you did not enjoy this video, you are free to thumbs the video down. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new here, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye guys.